Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. I want to tell you about Anchor. I've been with Anchor since I started podcasting, and it's a great platform. Why is it so great? Because it's so easy and it's free. There's a lot of creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast. You could do it right from your phone or your computer. Not only that, now you can add any song from Spotify directly to your episodes. The possibilities are just endless, you guys. Whatever you want to do, you want to have your own radio show, you want to do music analysis, you could do whatever creative thing you want to do with Anchor. Also, Anchor will distribute your podcast for you. So it's going to be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can also make money from your podcasts with no minimal listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz. I want to tell you about my 2 books that are on Amazon, okay? You can download them free with the trial membership from Kindle. The first book is Regain Your Power. If you're in a relationship and you feel like your partner has all the control in the relationship, maybe you're walking around on eggshells, you're afraid to approach them, it's going to tell you how to regain your power and be happy in the relationship, okay? And what you may be doing wrong, and that's why your partner has all the control in the relationship. The other book is Signs He's Not Into You, He's Wasting Your Time. There's a lot of people that are dating someone or in a relationship with somebody who's not really vested in the relationship. And we often are confused as to whether our partner really likes us or is into us or wants a future with us. And this book is going to give you signs and red flags of whether your partner is into you or he's just basically drifting and wasting your time. So go to Amazon and download the Kindle free trial membership. Doesn't cost you anything. And check it out. It may help you. Okay? And have a great day. Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. Today, I want to podcast on living for yourself, okay? Now, why am I podcasting on this, right? Everybody's out there. Everybody wants some form of companionship, whatever that companionship may be. And people are struggling in the dating world. They're meeting people ghost on them, people don't follow through. A lot of times you meet somebody and they have situationships going on where they're having sex with somebody or something like that. So it's not evolving into anything, okay? And you're out there and you're talking to people. We have a lot of women in the groups that are still on the dating apps struggling with a lot of people that are clowns and everything like that. And the thing that, I have to tell you guys is this, all right? When it comes to meeting somebody, like it's definitely harder today to meet somebody for a relationship than it was years ago, okay? Years ago, it wasn't the hookup culture that you have now, and you didn't have all these other options and everything. And usually when you met somebody, they followed through, okay? They followed through, all right? This is one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of men make is that they don't follow through with a woman. And then the woman gets disgusted because she's saying to herself, you know what? It's taking him, a couple hours to text me back, or I see his lights on, he sees my message and he's not responding and everything like that. And they know that you're talking to other people. They know that you're not, focusing in on that woman. All right. And some guys do this because, they're playing games because they don't want to seem too eager. They don't want to be too thirsty for you. So sometimes they play a little bit, hard to get and everything like that. But the bottom line is you don't want somebody who plays games with you because that's somebody who's immature, all right? And if they're going to start out playing games, they're going to always be playing games, all right? So you don't want to go down that road. You don't want to have to always wonder, am I seeing you? Am I not seeing you? We're dating for a while, or is this progressing into something, because this person is just stringing you along. All right. So this is the environment that is out there for a lot of people that are trying to date. And a lot of people are disgusted and they're just like, oh, did you see this one? Did you see what this one said on the dating app? Did you see what that one said on the dating app with their requirements, this and that? And I told you guys, dating apps are not the way to go today. All right. I have to say, it's like winning lotto. To meet somebody and end up it working out for the long term, it's like winning lotto. Okay. It's not to say that it can't happen, but it's very, very difficult today. Very difficult because the majority of the people that are there looking for other things than relationships. They're looking for sex. They're looking for money, scammers. They're just, they're not serious. They're not serious. All right. There's a lot of game on the apps today. So here's why I'm bringing this up. So you have a lot of people that are out there that, they have a different kind of mindset where, they feel like their whole life has to revolve around having somebody. Okay. Yeah. Would we like to have somebody that we could share our lives with? Of course we would. But that doesn't always happen. Okay. There is no prince on the horse that comes in with the white picket fence. Okay, you guys. I mean, if you talk to people that have been married a long time, they will tell you that. Okay. Marriage, long-term relationships, it's a totally different thing, all right, than a romance novel. See, this is where people get stuck, all right, because they watch a lot of these romance stories or stuff like that, and that's not real life, you guys. And it's not that I'm trying to burst anybody's bubble, but you have to, you have to see it for what it is, okay? Because if you don't, you're going to be disappointed, or you're going to go in and get involved with somebody because you're seeing that person only on the surface, because this person might be showing you a lot of attention, the person might be love bombing you, and then the person disappears on you, or they weren't who you thought they were because they were playing games with you. They were trying to give you that romantic novel of who they were, when in fact that wasn't always the case, all right? Love grows. It's not, love at first sight. Love grows, okay? Because you can't love somebody that you know nothing about that person. You could like what they look like. You could be very attracted to them. There could be, that physical chemistry and everything like that. But love grows. Love is knowing the inner person and what that inner person is about. You could love what somebody looks like, but to love that person is to know that person. And that takes time, you guys. So here's the thing. You still got to live your life, right? Life is short and every day is important to live your life the best that you can live it. So you don't want to sit there and be stuck in some kind of depression or upset because maybe you're single. It's okay to be single because then you don't have to deal with the other worries that a lot of other people are dealing with, that maybe they are in relationships that aren't good relationships, that could be toxic, that the person could be breaking their boundaries, that the person could be out creeping on the side, and especially with the ease of social media, they're out there inboxing, every woman, or if it's the other way around, every man. All right. You don't have those kind of worries. So you got to find that inner peace within yourself and work on yourself and feel good about yourself and appreciate the other things that you have in your life. whether you have a good family, whether you have children, whether you have a great career. There are other things that fill your life and can fulfill you until you may meet that person. Whether you meet them or not, you still want to have a fulfilled feeling that, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. Yes, I would love to have somebody in my life. Yes, I would love to, be cuddling with somebody and holding someone. But you know what? If it doesn't happen, I'm good. Okay? I'm still going to live my life, and I'm still going to do the best I can with what I have to work with. And, during that time, you put yourself in the right places. Now, if you're always sitting home, you're going to have a hard time meeting somebody, you guys, unless you go online and you try to meet them other ways, like the interest groups or, other ways outside of dating apps where you can maybe meet more serious-minded type of people. Could be business groups or tech groups or whatever else, okay, where people have other interests in common. And the reason that I'm telling you guys all this is because of this, all right? The way the dating world is today, all right, people talk about high value, low value. You have to be high value, if you want to meet somebody for what you're looking for and everything like that. I'm going to tell you, the honest truth about all that. That is a lot of nonsense, and I'm going to tell you why, okay? Because it's like I said in some prior podcasts, you could have everything going for you, but if you meet somebody and it's not the right time for that person, in other words, that person doesn't want to give up their freedom, it doesn't matter. You could be a great good-looking person, great-looking girl, a great-looking guy. You could have everything going for you, be like the perfect person, okay? You could be a 10 on the scale, all right? But if it's not the right time for that person, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, you guys. So it's really about finding somebody who is ready for a relationship, okay? It's really about people that are serious-minded about being with somebody, and they want that, and they know what it means to be in a relationship. Not that you're dealing with some flake that, hits you up and then you don't hear from them for 3 days. That is not somebody who's serious about being in a relationship. That's somebody who either is not that into you or is talking to other people or they have somebody, okay? So those are the kind of people you go nowhere with. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Serious-minded people, they move forward, okay? They don't linger. That's why a player will always be around, okay? Believe me when I tell you, I've seen it time and time again, all right? That's why a lot of these people that you dated who are players come back into your life. They could come back 6 months from now. They could come back a year from now. They can come back 3 years from now. A player will always be available. Why will they always be available? Because their life isn't moving forward, okay? They're in the same spot. Most of the time, they're in the same spot they were, okay? They don't move forward to the next phase in their lives, all right? They just go around. Everything is playtime to them, okay? But that's why you need people who are focused, all right? Focused, that move forward, that have goals and want things in their life. They want to move forward. They want to build with somebody. They want to, build with someone and have a home with them, or build a business with them, and do things like that in a positive way, to, have things in life that you could enjoy later on. All right. So yes, you want to look for somebody that is focused and who's going in the same direction you're going in. See, a lot of people, they go out there and they go out there blind. They take people at face value just because what somebody tells them, all right? I've been through this in so many podcasts about how you never take what somebody says, at face value, all right? because you have to see what that person's about. But the point is this: you don't want to center on this and make this the focus of your life, all right? You want to live your life and get busy in your life, whether it's your career, your family, your children, and your community, and you want to live your life, get involved in things, okay? And through that, that's when a lot of people say when you're not looking, that's when you meet somebody. And that is very true. That is very true, you guys. So the point I'm trying to make in all of this is this, all right? You just don't know in life how things can turn. You don't know who could walk into your life. So you can't center on always being on the hunt. I'm going to find somebody. I'm going to be on the hunt. You know, sometimes the harder you look, the more you end up with nothing. And sometimes when you're not looking, that's when somebody walks into your life, whether it's somebody at work, whether it's somebody at a store that you run into. It could be somebody online that sees you, that hits you up from left field, and maybe they really want to get to know you. Okay, but in the interim of all of this, you're going to live your life, and you're going to keep busy, and you're going to do everything you can to fulfill your life, and you're going to focus in on people that give you the right attention, okay? And not just the attention in the beginning, like I've said before, but are serious-minded, focused people, okay? That there is no games. The minute you see games with somebody is the minute you disengage and you walk away, okay? You give your time to the right people, not the wrong people. And this is one of the keys in life, you guys. Believe me when I tell you, okay? Because, you know, I'm like walking proof of this. I look back on my life and I say to myself, I made a lot of mistakes. I gave my time to the wrong people, okay? And there were people along the way that could have been the right people, but at the time it was not the right timing for me, and I didn't see it for what it was, and I didn't understand so much about what to look for, what not to look for. So I wasted my time with the wrong people, wasted a lot of time with the wrong people. And then you find yourself in a place where you look back and you say to yourself, you know what? I lost a lot of good years with the wrong person because I didn't see this person for who they were, or I didn't see the red flags, or I didn't understand what a passive aggressive person was. I didn't understand what a narcissist was. I sometimes thought, you know, maybe I was the problem when in fact I was dealing with somebody who had insecurities. You see what I'm trying to say? So education, you need to educate yourself into understanding people. And when you educate yourself into understanding people, you will get it. You will get it. And you will know who's going to fit with you and who's not. Okay? And you're not going to be sitting there wasting your time, and you're not going to be giving your time to a bunch of zeros that, you know, treat you poorly, that you're not going to take that nonsense, okay? Because you respect yourself and you recognize that this is not right. And that instead of you sitting there and arguing with somebody over something because you don't understand why they said or did something when you haven't done anything wrong, you're going to step back from that nonsense, and you're not going to engage in that nonsense, because you're going to know that you're dealing with somebody that maybe is gaslighting you, somebody who's not being honest with you because you ask them a question and they're not being transparent, okay? I always talk about transparency, you guys. Somebody's got to be transparent that you deal with, all right? None of this leave you, you know, in a confused state of mind that you don't understand. Do they like me? Do they not like me? You know, were they really working that night? Why didn't they call me that night? No, none of that nonsense. None of that nonsense. The minute you see something that doesn't seem right, you better trust your gut and understand that, you know, somebody is probably playing game on you, and you got to recognize that you're not dealing with a transparent person, all right? These shady people, they're confusing, and they will confuse you. So if you're dealing with somebody and you're finding that they're very, you know, they're not making sense, all right? 2 and 2 is 4. 2 and 2 is not 3, okay? So if it's not adding up, you have to say to yourself, you know what? I'm dealing with a toxic person and I need to step back from this nonsense. I need to step back from this nonsense, okay? I don't engage in this nonsense. I step back from this and I only deal with transparent people that are straight up, okay? None of these game playings or anything like that, all right? And I told you, you could compare it to business. I always bring this up because, it's true. In business, when you're in a good business, a legitimate business, there aren't these games, all right? Because you're dealing with dollars and cents, and people don't play games when it comes to that, all right? So it's the same thing in relationships, and you should not sit there and deal with anybody who puts you in that frame of mind. So let me just say this, you guys. It's tough out there. We all know it's tough out there. But you gotta do the best with what you can, all right? And that means using your time wisely with the right people, okay? And in the meantime, you stay busy, you work, and you put yourself in the right places, okay? You want to meet the right people, you put yourself in the right places. You'll have a better chance of meeting somebody in a place, that you have a common interest with that person, and you're not, hanging out on the corner in the hood, all right? So, you have to use your head. You have to use your head. You got to be smart about it, okay? You can't just sit there and say to yourself, oh, when God brings me the right man. No, you have to be smart about it, okay? You have to be smart about it. God helps those who help themselves, all right? So that means that you have to do the right thing and put yourself in the right places and put yourself around the right people, and you'll have a better chance of meeting the right people that could make you happy, okay? Because a lot of people, they put themselves in the wrong place, they meet the wrong people, and then they wonder why things didn't work out for them, okay? Why things didn't work out for them, all right? So this is what I'm telling you, all right? That's why, also like with that, the bad boy thing and everything like that, like a lot of women are attracted to the bad boy, especially when they're younger, because they don't know what comes along with that, the headache that comes along with dealing with somebody who's a bad boy and everything like that. You got to look at these people and you got to say to yourself, who am I dealing with and what are they going to bring into my life, right? What is this person's track record, this person's background? What are they going to bring into my life? Are they going to bring a lot of crap into my life, or are they going to uplift my life, all right? You want people who add to your life, not take away from your life, all right? So I hope that helps you, and if it does, please hit the subscribe button and share the podcast, and have a great day. Audible is offering listeners a 30-day trial. Doesn't cost you anything. It's free 30-day trial. You get to select any book that you want on there and listen to it. They have books on there about breadcrumbing, love bombing, why did they lose interest, dating, relationship, any kind of book you're interested in and want to learn about, okay? You could listen to it in your car or if you're on the bus or the train. So go to my podcast description for the link at tinyurl.com/AskYazNow and start your free trial. Are you having a problem in your dating or relationship life and you need a question answered? Well, go to my website. The link is in the podcast description, and you'll see how you can ask Yaz a question and get it answered confidentially. So go to the podcast description and look for the link where it talks about how Yaz will answer your question.